I don't love you anymore, but I'll still live here until I find a place, she said. So I moved out overnight. Now she's couch surfing and I own the house. Hey viewers, before we move on to the video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you want to see more stories like this. Thanks. I always thought Jessica and I were solid. For years together, two of those living in the same house. I paid most of the bills, handled the repairs, even put up with her needing space phases. I loved her. I thought she loved me back. But love, I learned, is just a word some people use until something better comes along. It started with the little comments. You're so predictable, Alex. You never surprise me. I need more excitement. I brushed them off at first. Everyone has bad days, right? But then the bad days turn into bad weeks. She'd come home late, smell like someone else's cologne, and when I asked, she'd roll her eyes. You're so insecure. It's exhausting. I should have seen it coming. One evening, after she'd been out until 3 a.m. and I'd spent the night waiting up, she sat me down on the couch. Not the we need to talk, kind of sit down. The I've already made up my mind kind. Jessica, I don't love you anymore. I blinked. What? Jessica, I don't love you. I haven't for a while. I've been trying to figure out how to say it. I stared at her. My hands were clenched, but I forced them to relax. Okay, so what does that mean? Jessica, it means I need to move on. But I'm not ready to move out yet. I'll stay here until I find a place. I laughed. Not because it was funny, but because it was so absurd. You don't love me, but you want to keep living here? With me? Jessica, well yeah, rent's expensive, and I'm not just going to throw money away. You can sleep in the guest room if it makes you feel better. I looked around the house I'd picked out, the house I'd furnished, the house I'd made a home. And she wanted to stay. Like I was the roommate she was breaking up with, not the person she'd claimed to love. Jessica, don't look at me like that. It's not like I'm kicking you out. I'm being reasonable. Me, you're being selfish. Jessica, oh, here we go? You're going to make this about you. Typical. I didn't yell. I didn't beg. I just stood up. I'll be in the guest room. For now. She didn't even notice the way I said it. I didn't sleep that night. I lay in the guest room, staring at the ceiling, listening to Jessica move around the house like nothing had changed. She turned on the TV, laughed at something on her phone, even hummed in the shower. Meanwhile, I was calculating. I pulled up the lease agreement on my phone. Both our names were on it, but I'd been the one to sign first. I'd been the one to put down the deposit. I'd been the one to set up the utilities. And now, she wanted to keep living here, my home, while she figured out her next move. No. I spent the next 2 days making calls. I talked to the landlord, explained the situation. He wasn't thrilled about the drama, but he wasn't stupid either. If she wants to stay, she can take over the lease, he said. But you'll have to work it out between yourselves. I worked it out. I opened a separate bank account. I transferred my half of the rent for the next month, my last month, directly to the landlord, with a note. Please apply this to the final payment under my name. I'll be moving out by the 15th. I canceled the joint Netflix account. I removed my card from her Amazon Prime. I even called the internet company and had the service transferred to her name. And then I started packing. Jessica didn't notice at first. She was too busy texting, going out, living her life like I was just part of the furniture. But by the third day, she walked into the living room and saw the boxes. Jessica, what the hell is this? I didn't look up from taping the lid on another box. What does it look like? Jessica, you're not actually moving out. Me, I am. Jessica, you can't just leave. We need to talk about this. Me, we talked. You said you don't love me. You said you're moving on. So I am too. Jessica, but where are you going to go? I finally looked at her. That's not your concern. She crossed her arms. You're being ridiculous. You're not even giving me a chance to. Me? To what? Change your mind? Jess, you made it clear. This isn't a negotiation. She scoffed. So you're just going to abandon me? After everything. I stopped what I was doing. Abandon you? You're the one who ended things. You're the one who said you don't love me. I'm not abandoning you. I'm respecting your decision. Jessica, you're such a coward. At least have the balls to fight for me. I almost laughed. Fight for you? Jess, you don't want to be fought for. You want to be chased. You want to be begged. And I'm not going to give you that. Her face twisted. You're going to regret this. I went back to packing. No, Jess. I don't think I will. That night, while she was out with friends, I loaded my car. I took the TV I'd bought, the gaming console, the tools I'd inherited from my dad. I left the couch, her couch, the one she'd picked out and never let me replace. I left the dishes, the towels, the cheap art she'd hung up. I even left the extra set of keys on the counter. I wrote her a note. Short. Final. Jess, the lease is in your name now. I've taken care of my half of this month's rent. After that, it's on you. Don't contact me. Alex, I didn't slam the door. I didn't make a scene. I just left. And for the first time in months, I took a deep breath. The first text came at 2:17 a.m. Jessica, where the fuck are you? I didn't reply. At 7:30 a.m., my phone buzzed again. Jessica, this isn't funny. I need to talk to you. Still, I stayed silent. By noon, the messages turned desperate. Jessica, Alex, please. I didn't mean for it to go like this. Can we just talk? I was at work, sipping coffee, watching the notifications roll in. I didn't feel angry. I didn't feel sad. I felt nothing. And that nothingness was the most freeing thing I'd ever experienced. 3 days later, the landlord called. Landlord, Alex, I just got a call from Jessica. She's saying you moved out without notice and left her with the rent. Me. I gave her notice. I paid my half. The lease is in her name now. Landlord. She's saying she can't afford it. Me. That's not my problem. A pause. Then a sigh. Landlord. All right. I'll handle it. But you might want to block her number. She's upset. I smiled. Already done. Jessica didn't stop. She called from unknown numbers. She messaged me on social media. She even had her friend, Megan, the one who'd always side-eyed me at parties, text me. Megan, hey Alex. Jess is really struggling. Can you at least hear her out? Me, no. Megan, she's your girlfriend. Or she was. Have some compassion. Me, she made her choices. Now she gets to live with them. Megan, you're an asshole. I blocked Megan too. A week after I moved out, I ran into our old neighbor, Mr. Hayes, at the grocery store. Mr. Hayes, hey Alex. Haven't seen you around. Everything okay? Me, yeah, just moved to a new place. Mr. Hayes, oh, what about Jessica? I shrugged. Not my problem anymore. He gave me a knowing look. She came by yesterday, asking if I'd seen you. Seemed pretty shaken up. I didn't react. Hope she figures it out. Mr. Hayes, kid, you handled that better than I would've. I just smiled. Then, the final straw. I was at the gym when my phone lit up with a call from an unknown number. I almost ignored it, but something made me answer. Jessica, voice shaking, Alex, please. I can't afford the rent. The landlord's threatening to evict me. I don't have anywhere to go. I wiped the sweat off my brow, staring at my reflection in the gym mirror. I looked different. Lighter. Stronger. Me. That's not my issue, Jess. Jessica, you can't just leave me like this. You owe me. Me. Owe you? For what? For the 4 years I busted my ass to make sure you were taken care of? For the times I stayed up worrying about you while you were out with God knows who? I don't owe you shit. Jessica, voice breaking, I didn't think you'd actually leave. I thought you loved me. I took a deep breath. I did. But you made it clear you didn't feel the same. So I moved on. You should do the same. Jessica, you're a monster. I hung up. That night, I got a notification. Jessica had posted on her Instagram story, men will really pretend to be saints until you don't worship them anymore. Enjoy your karma, Alex. I screenshotted it. Then I blocked her on every platform. For the first time in years, I slept through the night. 3 weeks later, I was sitting at my new place, a cozy one-bedroom downtown, close to work, with a view of the river, when my phone buzzed. It was Derek, a buddy from college who still talked to Jessica's crowd. Derek, dude, you seeing this? Attached was a screenshot of a Facebook post from Lena, one of Jessica's closest friends. Can't believe I have to say this, but if anyone has a couch or a spare room, Jess needs a place to crash. She's been between homes for a bit, and things are getting rough. No judgment, just help if you can. Thanks. I set my phone down and took a sip of my coffee. No judgment, huh? The next day, I ran into Tina, another mutual friend, at the coffee shop near my old place. She looked uncomfortable when she saw me. Tina, hey Alex. How've you been? Me, good. You. Tina, hesitant, yeah, okay. Listen, I just wanted to say I'm sorry about how things went down with Jess. I didn't know she was going to. Me. It's fine, Tina. Really. Tina, No, it's not. She's been a mess. Couch surfing, picking fights with everyone, blaming you for everything. It's embarrassing. I shrugged. People show their true colors eventually. Tina, she keeps saying you abandoned her. But honestly, after the way she treated you, I don't even recognize her anymore. I smiled. Sometimes people don't realize what they had until it's gone. But by then, it's too late. Tina nodded, looking relieved. Yeah, well, I just wanted you to know not everyone's buying her story. Me, appreciate it. A week later, Derek called again. Derek, bro, you're not gonna believe this. Me, try me. Derek, Jess got into it with her boss at the salon. Apparently, she's been late like 5 times this month, and yesterday she snapped at a client. They fired her. I leaned back in my chair. Damn, Derek, yeah. And get this, she's been asking around about you. Like, where you're living, if you're seeing anyone. I think she's desperate. Me, let her ask. Derek, you're ice cold, man. I laughed. Nah, I'm just at peace. Then, the final act of desperation. I was leaving the gym when I saw her. Jessica, standing by my car, arms crossed, looking like she hadn't slept in days. Her hair was greasy, her clothes wrinkled. She looked small. Jessica, Alex. I didn't stop walking. Jessica, can we talk? Please. I unlocked my car. About what? Jessica, about us. About what happened. I miss you. I turned to face her. No, you don't. You miss the idea of me. You miss having someone to pay your bills and put up with your shit. But you don't miss me. Jessica, voice cracking, that's not true. I made a mistake. I was confused. I didn't think you'd actually leave. I shook my head. That's the problem, Jess. You never thought. You just took, and when I stopped giving, you didn't know what to do. Jessica, so what? You're just going to throw away 4 years. I looked at her, really looked at her, and for the first time, I saw her clearly. Not the girl I'd loved, but the person she'd become. Selfish, entitled, and now, desperate. Me. I'm not throwing anything away. I'm finally seeing things for what they are. And you? You're not part of my future. You're not even part of my present. Jessica, angry now, you're such a fucking asshole. You think you're better than me? I smiled. I don't have to think it. I know it. She flinched like I'd slapped her. Me? Take care, Jess. I got in my car and drove away. That night, I got a text from Derek. Derek, she's telling everyone you're heartless. Also, she's moving back in with her mom. I didn't reply. Instead, I poured myself a drink, sat on my balcony, and watched the sunset. For the first time in a long time, I felt like myself again. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. What do you think about this story? Share it in the comments.